This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. 5 people are rescued from the waters just offshore of the Green Key Marina on St. Croix, thanks to the U.S. Coast Guard as well as some Good Samaritans. Around 5 o'clock Sunday evening, a vessel capsized. 3 men and 2 women were on board and fell into the water when their 21-foot pleasure craft skater capsized after hitting a wave at high speed. According to the Coast Guard, they were not wearing life jackets. The Coast Guard rescued 1 person from the water, and Good Samaritans on 2 other boats pulled the 4 others from the water. 1 woman was cut on her arm. Otherwise, fortunately, they were not seriously hurt. On St. Thomas, VIPD officers with Operation Gridlock seize a gun and drugs and arrest 1 man. 30-year-old Alexander Milton Peterson is facing drug and weapons charges. Sunday, while Operation Gridlock Task Force members were conducting traffic enforcement, they spotted a vehicle without a front license plate. They pulled it over and smelled a strong odor of marijuana coming from the car. They say Milton Peterson was driving. Officers searched the vehicle and found a handgun under the driver's seat along with 2 jars of marijuana and drug distribution paraphernalia. His bond was set at $57,500. Skateboarding in the USVI is taking off and reaching new heights. The group Skate Thomas has finished building new ramps and boxes for skateboarders to practice new jumps and tricks. And fundraising efforts for a brand new skate park are underway as well. Allie Bourne-Vanette catches up with several skateboarders who are excited for more opportunities to do the sport they love.
Out here, we call it Skate Tuesday, where there's like a bunch of little kid skaters. They come out here to have fun, meet friends again. Y'all just came out here to have fun, enjoy themselves.
How much fun is it?
It's really fun. The kids out here, they're so hyped. They have energy to skate, do any new tricks.
It's really cool. It's something that, and I really thank Skate Thomas Association, because this is what we need in our community. The children, I know some of them, they will come up to me and say, I would like to be a police officer. I love this. And with him, every Tuesday, this organization is dedicating to these children. You just can't beat it.
How much would it mean to have a full state-of-the-art skate park?
Amazing. That would just be perfect. That's incredible. Yeah, just incredible. I want to get as good or as better as my dad, because he's kind of who I look up to when I'm skateboarding. And it's just a super fun activity, and it's a good exercise too. It's a nice thing to do during COVID because we're outside, and I know a lot of people were cooped up during COVID, but now we can get out and skateboard and meet new people. Yeah.
Do you have any goals as a skateboarder?
Yeah, I want to be #1 in the world. Yeah, I want to make it to the top show and beat every single pro skater like Tony Hawk. Those kind of people, I want to beat them and be better.
Awesome. I can see him going to the Olympics. Looks like a fun time. Virgin Islanders, you may want to grab a ticket. The Mega Millions jackpot has grown to $660 million after there were no winners to match all of Tuesday's numbers. There were, though, 4 lucky people who drew the first 5 numbers. They won $1 million apiece. The $630 million prize is the 5th largest Mega Millions ever offered. And if someone wins at that level, it'll be the biggest jackpot since the more than $1 billion prize handed out in Michigan back in 2021. No one has been able to match all the numbers since April 15th, when someone from Tennessee won more than $20 million. The next drawing is this Friday night. If you play, good luck. In Puerto Rico Wednesday, citizens demand Governor Pedro Pierluisi cancel Luma Energy's contract as operator of the electric grid on the island. Political organizations, communities, and citizens took to the streets in Old San Juan to march to the governor's mansion after the recent increase, another increase in the electric bill, and poor service on the island. Francis Felix was there.
Social, political, community, and union entities will march today from the capital to La Fortaleza in Old San Juan to demand that Governor Pedro Pierluisi cancel Luma Energy's contract as operator of the electricity grid in the island. At this early hour in the morning, people are already gathering, if you can see, at Olsen 1 to express their dissatisfaction with Luma's service, with protest signs, flags, music, and everything they can have to express their dissatisfaction. One of the organizers of the march, Adriana Gonzalez, a community organizer from the Sierra Club Puerto Rico, indicated that they expected the system of around 50 organizations, including workers, families, and independent groups. Also, the demonstration is called to start at 9 a.m. today, and the people demand for the governor, Pierluisi, to take long-term actions to avoid increases in the electricity bill and other claims they have. We are going to stay here to bring you a full report of everything that happens and develops during the day here in this march. Reporting from Old San Juan, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix.
And again, we'll have more from Frances later this week here on USVI News. From our nation's capital, the U.S. House has voted to protect same-sex marriage nationwide. The vote was 267 to 157, with 47 Republicans supporting the bill called the Respect for Marriage Act. Same-sex marriage has been the law of the land ever since a Supreme Court ruling in 2015. But Democrats pushed through Tuesday's vote after the Supreme Court's recent ruling on abortion that overturned Roe v. Wade. In that decision, Justice Clarence Thomas called on the court to reverse its same-sex marriage ruling in 2015. The House bill now goes to the Senate, where its future is in doubt, though, because it will need at least 10 Republican votes to pass. Wicked weather is hitting several parts of the world, including giant waves in Hawaii and horrific wildfires and sweltering heat in Europe, all examples of what scientists say are the effects of climate change. Jen Sullivan has the terrifying scenes playing out across the globe.
Terrifying moments for a wedding party on Hawaii's Big Island over the weekend as partygoers watched a giant wave approach the shore, crashing onto the beach and tearing down tables. These giant swells, meteorologists say, are remnants of former tropical cyclone Darby. And it's just the latest example of wild weather patterns sweeping across the globe. More than 40 million people are under heat advisories or excessive heat warnings in the U.S.
Records are breaking and shattering everywhere.
Parts of the U.K. bracing for temperatures around 104 this week. At one London airport, flights were halted after parts of the runway melted. As temperatures reach life-threatening levels, dozens of patients are rushed to hospitals.
That's when you see the sort of tremendous loss of life, is when that heat simply persists.
The excessive heat triggering wildfires across Europe. Firefighters battling blazes in Spain and Portugal, where more than 1,000 people have died. Blazes raging in the UK and France as well. Many countries declaring a national emergency.
We already have 3 times more forest burn than in 2020, and we have both a spring that has been very dry and fires that have spread with force.
Scientists are blaming the weather extremes on climate change. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And many places in Europe aren't prepared, or at least Britain, aren't prepared for this excessive heat. Many buildings don't have air conditioning, like hospitals included in that too.